powerful, balanced, pure, quite simply put, and there's no other way for me to put it, it is the best multivitamin vitamin in the world today. My English came out there, Andrew. Vitamin. I normally am very good at hiding it.
So I was in the UK in January, and I visited QVC UK while I was there.
Did you really?
And of course, before long, I was saying vitamin. So it's like, it's you know, we adapt to wherever we are. I remember one summer I was working on at a golf course in the South.
Yes.
And I bet everyone there that I would never, ever, ever say y'all. I lost that bet. So it's just contagious, so I understand.
Well, vitamin or vitamin, whichever way you want to say it, is quite simply the best in the world today. We're going to tell you why, share with you why. We're going to talk about a lot of things openly and frankly about it. For those of us that want to give our body that one capsule a day of something great, something good, something important, this is the day to order it. Pricing is phenomenal. I want to share that with you. It is the best pricing ever, the lowest pricing ever, for quite frankly the most advanced formula ever. We have a 50, a 100, a 200, or the 400 caps. I love the 400 caps because it gives you a few extra as we go through a full 365 days. It gives you a little extra buffer zone until next year's today's special. Look at the savings. You're saving more than you're spending. It's free shipping. It's on FlexPay. Andrew, we're not talking about low potency, bare minimums. So many of these vitamins out there, they are all of those things.
Well, what's kind of ironic is that most folks would think, because it comes in a very small capsule and it's an ultrafine powder, won't upset your stomach, and it's so mild, that it's got to be low potency. So the price you pay for all the mildness and easy swallowing is it's going to be kind of a little wimpy on potency. It's actually just the opposite. Because our products are 100% pure and additive free, and we don't add any binders or fillers, that little capsule is just packed 100% with beneficial ingredients. Right. So take, for instance, vitamin D. The most popular vitamin D supplements in America are 1,000 or 2,000 IU. Yep. Separate vitamin D. This multivitamin has 2,000 IU of vitamin D. So it's like a separate vitamin D. The most popular separate B12 supplement is usually 50 or 100 micrograms, separate B12. And I wonder if they work at all because they're cyanocobalamin, they're not protected from stomach acid. Yep. Ours is the natural coenzyme form, so it's the natural form of B12 that doesn't liberate any traces of cyanide in your body. And it's protected from stomach acid, so you're guaranteed that it's going to deliver its benefits. And instead of being 50 or 100 like the typical separate B12, our B12 in the multivitamin is 250. So, and those are two vitamins that I'd say if we think of things in our body, if we think of our brain function, if we think of immune system function, I put vitamin D and B12 ahead of vitamin C. So when we're looking at this vitamin, it's really like separate supplements rolled into one. So, and many folks are asking me what's the most important vitamin to take for immune system function. A lot of people think it's vitamin C. Yes, vitamin C is very important, but I think most experts would agree with me that having healthy vitamin D status is most important. Yeah. So when you're getting this multivitamin, you're getting a separate 2,000 IU vitamin D. So, and I think Adam has a chart that just breaks out 5 ingredients from the formula. And if you look at those 5 ingredients, if you look at our separate B12, our separate vitamin D, and mind you, those are great values on those as well. Separate B12, separate vitamin D, separate calcium, separate vitamin C, separate magnesium. That's why if you read the government publications, government studies, they say a multivitamin is always the best idea where to start because it's most affordable, it covers all the bases. But talk about a demonstration of affordability. Just those 5 ingredients would be almost $250. And there's another 20 ingredients, almost 20 ingredients in the formula, including lutein, lycopene. It's the only leading multivitamin with zeaxanthin with all 3 carotenoids in it. So there's really nothing like it available anywhere. And it's almost unfair to compare it to the leading brands, and certainly the leading brands, they still use artificial colors. Yeah. They still have all sorts of additives, even some sugars and things like that. And so this product is 100% pure. It's just giving you the foundational nutrients. When I talk about the most important things to focus on. And it's something that it's just coincidence today that this is the Today Special. We planned this year ago.
Yeah.
So it's just coincidence today when I talk about, when someone asks me what's the most important things to do now. Well, make sure you're sleeping well. It might be tough with all the stress, but make sure you're sleeping well. Make sure you're well hydrated. Healthy mucous membranes require adequate hydration. It's still winter through a large part of this country, so there's a tendency for our mucous membranes to be dried out. That can give rise to inflammation, and that reduces the barrier function that those mucous membranes can perform on our behalf. Make sure you eat well. Try to reduce your sugar intake. Eat healthy foods, and again, be adequately hydrated. Limit your alcohol intake. Even limit your caffeine intake. And in terms of supplementation, everybody expects me to say there's some magic supplement out there. The most intelligent thing, what defines a healthy diet? The nutrients in that diet, the vitamins and minerals. So what's the most common sense extension of that diet? It's just a multivitamin.
Yeah.
So there's no magic bullet. It's just support a healthy diet, and that's what a multivitamin, multimineral does.
These are challenging times, for sure. You seem to wake up every day right now, and it's like, okay, what's going to happen today? For me, as silly as this sounds, in all the days that I come to work, the one product that I look forward to more than any other to present is this one right here, and I'll tell you why. Because for anybody out there who's watching at home that takes a multivitamin, takes one capsule per day of anything, don't you want to make sure that that one thing you're taking is the very best it can possibly be? We're going to show you how if you take Andrew's Essential One and you put it side by side, and we'll talk about the Centrums and the One-A-Days and all these others, if you put them side by side, there is no comparison. This is better. This is the first ever product I ever bought from Andrew's line 12, 13 years ago, because I knew I had to take a multivitamin because I was not getting all the things I should be. I wanted to cover all my bases. This is the best in the world. Now, you know, we're always accustomed to seeing glossy advertising and marketing, and this is great and that's great. Let's put all that to the side and look at the facts. The hardcore facts are, this is simply better. We have over 1,000 people ordering for a multitude of reasons. Everybody wants to get this today because it's the best pricing of the year. Certainly now more than ever, we want to make sure we're doing what we can. I want to ensure you get yours so then you can sit back, relax, and enjoy and listen to what Andrew has to say. The most popular size is that larger 400 capsules. Don't forget to ask about cranberry and cinnamon, which are also today's specials as well. Andrew, I'm so proud to be able to talk about this with you.
Well,
and I mean that.
Well, I am too, and our multivitamins, all of our products, my entire product line started 41 years ago with a multivitamin. And it started basically because I knew how important vitamins were at that time. What was important to me was athletic performance, recovery. And I knew how important certain nutrients and certain form of nutrients were, but they weren't available. I also knew that I couldn't tolerate the typical vitamin tablets. So I had to find a way to deliver the nutrients, the important nutrients in their proper forms, but in a way that didn't upset my stomach. And this is 40 some odd years later, this is the result of that work. And there still is no multivitamin out there that even comes close in a single capsule, affordable form. That when you look at this, to think that for less than 20 cents a day, because you only take one capsule, and it is a small capsule. It's a small capsule. It's not a pretty color, like I could show you all those pretty colors we have here. And it's just an ultrafine powder that will not upset your stomach.
Easy on the stomach.
And I mean, the capsule is chock full with powder, but it's an ultrafine powder that dissolves instantly. It's non-acidic, it's pH balanced. It gives you our vitamin C in the product is non-acidic, so it won't upset your stomach. It contains a separate 2,000 IU vitamin D, a separate 250 micrograms of the world's most sophisticated B12. It also contains, because many of us, myself included, I can't actually metabolize folic acid.
Oh, really?
And probably either side of half the population to some degree or another can't metabolize folic acid, and that's a problem. But there's a form of folic acid that doesn't require metabolism. It's 5-MTHF, 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate. And we use 5-methyl tetrahydrofolate because a lot of you are like me and can't metabolize folic acid and therefore are not only deprived of its benefits, but the folic acid you would take would be problematic. So you want to, so these are the sorts of things that make this an incredibly, incredibly sophisticated product. The lutein, the lycopene, the zeaxanthin. If we took out the 5-MTHF and we used regular B12, we took out the lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin, we could cut the price of this in half.
Sure.
We can make it pennies, literally. It already is pennies a day, but even fewer pennies. So to make the best vitamin in the world and to deliver the potencies that we deliver, to give the total system support that we provide, because a lot of the typical multivitamins, all they are is a minimum daily amount of each nutrient. We make sure that we give you, we know that most Americans are looking for 1,000 or 2,000 IU of vitamin D if they're looking for vitamin D. So that's what you're getting in your multivitamin. So you don't have to look for that separate vitamin D unless you want more, but you're already getting 2,000 IU today. You definitely will not need to get more B12, even though most Americans already struggle with B12.
Right.
After you get this product, you won't.
It's funny though, because you do look at all the fabulous commercials and advertisements and it all looks so wonderful and happy and carefree. But when you look at the kind of the meat and potatoes of it in terms of the quality of the ingredients, the premium ingredients, there's no comparison. Somebody asked me the other day for an article, if there was one product you could talk about on HSN forever and a day, like your desert island product, what would it be? You know what I said? This. I can't stress enough. Andrew just talked about his capsule. You know, if your multivitamin looks like that, or looks like that, or looks like that.
No, they are. I have to say, I mean, we could empty them out here.
Please.
They are pretty.
Very pretty.
I mean, we've got lavender, we've got powder blue, lavender is there, we got red, and these are all artificial colors. And green, I mean, they take a page out of, like I learned this in elementary school. If you want a green multivitamin, you use blue dye number 2 and you use yellow dye number 5 or 6. Blue and yellow make green.
Right.
But then you have like that pretty orange.
Yeah.
Those are, so.
This is what
again,
most of us are taking.
Well, I mean, it's unfortunate. I think it's actually, they don't pay a compliment to all of us making those products because they think, it's one thing, I've often said this in the past, if you're making something for a child, even though kids shouldn't have artificial colors, we know that, that it's one thing, or it's a candy, it's playful, that's one thing. But even now, I think M&M's now uses natural colors. Yeah. So, and I've talked about that for years, so that's wonderful. So, but then a candy, we kind of expect it to be colorful, but why does a vitamin have to have colors? They don't need to be playful. Mine are boring. They're just the color that Mother Nature intended for those nutrients. They're natural color. So again, especially, and I think we pay attention to these things more at times like this, where we recognize that, okay, we want to deliver benefits to our body. We really don't need to burden our body. And every time we take one of those vitamin tablets, we're burdening it with additives, with chemical additives. And that's something that should be minimized in our food intake. And certainly when we're taking a vitamin, I mean, if we were at a restaurant and they brought us additives on our favorite food, we would send it back. So again, when it comes to a multivitamin, multimineral, not only do we give you more of what you need in terms of, say, vitamin D and vitamin C and B12 and the full B complex and selenium, chromium, zinc, all the things that are so critical, but we make sure that in getting all those things, you're not getting any of the garbage that you don't want that could upset your stomach or upset other systems in your body or be allergenic, none of those things.
And whenever I chat to people or talk to people, because many of us are very loyal to certain brands that we've been with for many, many years, and the very concept of changing brands is like, well, no, I love this one. The only way I ever do it in terms of really trying to relate to how fabulous this is by showing you truly the difference side by side. If you're online, we see you. I promise we're going to get to you momentarily. If you go to hsn.com, it's your fastest way in. Health and wellness is on our mind at this moment in time. This is the day to stock up for, of course, Essential One. Pricing on the 400 capsules, which is, out of all the vitamins and supplements that Andrew brings to us, the only size I ever buy in this is obviously the largest one, because I take one every single day. So if you go for the 400 capsules, normally it's $169.90. Let me get you the full chart. Today we're doing it for $79.90, so it saves you more than you're spending. While you're ordering, don't forget to ask about cinnamon and cranberry, which are our other today's specials as well.
And I just want to do a few charts here and then just kind of summarize the product in charts. But if we just look at the formula, part of this makes me proud. I've had this basic chart for 40 plus years. I've used it basically on television back when I was on QVC almost 30 years ago. Hard to believe. It's in, I think next January will be 30 years when I first appeared on Q. Gosh. But we have 2,000 IU of our D3, and our D3, oftentimes you hear folks talk about, I took D3 from other companies, my numbers didn't move, but I got a blood test after taking yours, made a difference. But typically when I made this comparison years ago, up until recently, it was typically 400, 400, 400. So it's great to see that the others have stepped up to some degree.
Right.
But really it's important with your multivitamin, you want to get to at least 2,000. We get you there. When it comes to B12,
wow.
B12 is really poorly absorbed. There forms all cyanocobalamin, meaning that when it's metabolized, if it's metabolized at all, it's going to liberate trace amounts of cyanide. Cyanide's present in our diet in small amounts, but it shouldn't be present in our multivitamin. It shouldn't be present in any vitamin. So ours is 250 micrograms. Why? Because we understand how difficult it is to absorb and how critically important it is and how deficient or insufficient the American diet is. So we focus on that based on the science. And again, they do not. Vitamin C, higher levels of vitamin C. The Nature Made product has 180. The only thing I would worry about that, it's probably typical ascorbic acid. And ascorbic acid is something that's going to irritate your stomach. It's an acid.
Right.
Ours is calcium ascorbate, non-acidic.
Right.
And also you, by the way, if you're taking separate vitamin C, you never want to take more than 500 milligrams at a time. You take more than 500 milligrams of a time, you're not getting any additional benefit.
Okay.
It's basically suppresses its own absorption. And once you achieve good vitamin C status, taking more and more and more is a waste of time because your absorption of vitamin C decreases the more you increase and improve your vitamin C status. So you don't need to take more and more and more vitamin C. It's not going to help you, it's not going to help your immune system. Lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, very expensive carotenoids.
Right.
As you can see, basically ignored. None of them contain zeaxanthin, basically ignored in most all the products. And if you look at the knockoffs, Centrum and One A Day, all the supermarkets knock them off, all the drug chains, they have their own version of these formulas, whether it's Walgreens or whether it's Walmart, they all make their own version of these formulas, and they all basically follow the same formulas.
But forgive me for saying, anybody at home who is looking at these charts, how could you not buy Andrew's Essential One? There's just no comparison.
No, but what's funny again is I always, because I tend to start off talking about how mild it is, how gentle it is, how easy it is to swallow, that it won't upset your stomach, everyone figures, okay, how much less does it contain?
Right.
It doesn't. Again, because we are in an additive-free, pure powder in a capsule, it doesn't have to share any of its space with inactive ingredients. It's all just active ingredients. So biotin, the beauty vitamin.
Yes.
Biotin's very, very expensive, which is why you see these kinds of levels. So that's the same level as 2 capsules 20 plus years ago of my Healthy Hair, Skin, and Nails.
Oh my gosh.
And now you get that in Essential One, in my multivitamin. And all my B vitamins are at a similar level. So you're getting a full high potency B complex with B12, biotin, so across the board. And then selenium, chromium, very important for blood sugar balance and control. Chromium, selenium, very important for our immune system. And again, look at the comparison. So again, I used to always say with our multivitamin, I'd say compare us to our competition.
Yeah.
But we really don't have competition, and it would just be cruel anyhow. It's just not fair. When you're looking at a single dose product as ours, first of all, you could also compare it in terms of additives. We have no additives at all. The only thing we put in that capsule, and it's difficult. It's additive free. We put no lubricants or flowing agents. And if you think powders just naturally want to flow into a capsule, and that capsule naturally wants to close around those powders without lubricants and flowing agents, right. It's not the case. It's why no one does that except us. And literally, it was a total upheaval in my life when I realized if I wanted to continue making additive-free products, I had to move from Santa Monica, California. It was like upheaval.
Yeah.
I had to move from Santa Monica to the desert in Nevada, because I knew by moving to Nevada, the low humidity would allow us to make 100% pure products. What it also allowed us to do is, you're looking at the solar panels on our factory.
Yeah.
It allows us to make the only vitamins, or probably the only product in the world that's made entirely with solar energy.
Which is wonderful.
That our factory has absolutely no carbon footprint. So not only are we responsible to you in terms of purity and giving you the nutrients that we expect these nutrients. We should get the nutrients in a multivitamin, not at minimal levels, but at the important levels to serve the important functions that, especially, times like this, we want a multivitamin that's richer in vitamin D and B12 and vitamin C. And we deliver that all the time. It just so happens, coincidentally, this was our Today Special planned a year ago. So you get it for pennies a day. There's a chart here that actually, I think they made a mistake. They said it's about 30 cents a day. Actually, it's less than 20 cents a day in the large size. So, it's a fantastic opportunity to save, to support your healthy diet, to support your body.
If I could reach through the TV screen and give you a bottle of these, I would do. You can see how passionate, enthusiastic I am about it. I don't know how else to describe it. It's the favorite thing I ever present. It's the most important thing I ever present. It's the one thing that if I could, there's somebody watching right now who's never bought anything on Home Shopping Network ever. Please buy this. Centrum, one a day, Nature's Made, all of them. They don't compare. I'll put it real simply. If your vitamin, even if you just say this, if your multivitamin looks like that, if your multivitamin is in a rock tablet form, right? So in other words, it's solid like these, already what we have tonight is better for you than they are. Easy on the stomach, pure, no artificial this or artificial that. It's brilliant. And I do want to stress, as Andrew said, some of these key ingredients, as it were, are expensive. These are premium at the levels that Andrew puts them in.
Our B12 is the best B12 in the world, the methylcobalamin. It's the form that your body uses. Not the 99% of supplements use cyanocobalamin. Plus, we protect our B12 in a matrix so it doesn't get destroyed by stomach acid. That's what happens to typical B12. What I also want to say, we are running, I think a lot of people are staying home.
Yes.
And a lot of people are watching TV. We are running about 3 times ahead of schedule with this product.
Okay.
And what I will do, since fortunately we reacted a while ago to all this. So whatever we need to do to make sure that we get your bottle to you, we will do. So even if we sell out tomorrow afternoon, we will get busy manufacturing. So we will keep it in stock throughout the day tomorrow. So whatever we need to do, because I think, this is an important foundational product.
Yes.
And as important as I say our diet is, and that is something we really need to pay attention to. We might throw caution to the wind throughout the year. Let this be the time where you reduce your sugar intake, reduce your alcohol intake. I know it's stressful, so maybe the alcohol would feel good. But do things that are friendly to your immune system. And nutrients drive our immune system. A healthy diet is defined by its nutrient content. So, and make sure, try to get as much as you can. Good night's sleep, and always hydrate. One of the problems with alcohol is it's dehydrating. And so we want to do things that support our immune system and also, follow the guidelines. It's up to us now. It's really in our hands to do the best we can. And to avoid whatever they want to call it, the hysteria and things, just stay calm. It will be what it will be. And as they always say, this too shall pass. So, and it will pass better if we stay calm. It'll pass better if we follow all the guidance we're receiving.
Even if you go back to basics, and I go back to my mindset when I started taking Andrew's product, I didn't eat as well as perhaps I should have done. I didn't exercise as much as perhaps I should have done. But what's the one thing that I am able to do that is easy every single day? Is to take one capsule, to take a multivitamin. Maybe you feel the same way. Maybe this is the only thing you buy with Andrew and I tonight. But if you are going to take a multivitamin, let's take the best.
It's funny. This is the product that whenever, the graphics on the left side of the screen.
Yes.
That's been a point of contention between me and originally QVC and now HSN for almost 30 years, because my products have so much information. I wish I could have a line there that says 2,000 IU, 2,000 IU vitamin D3, that says 250 micrograms natural coenzyme B12, natural B12. The B12 in 99% of supplements is synthetic. Liberates cyanide in your body. Talk about the levels of lutein, lycopene, zeaxanthin, the critical carotenoids. Talk about the fact that, and I mentioned this before, the folic acid. We all know how important folic acid is, but unfortunately, at least a third of us, and I'd say as many as half of us or more, can't adequately metabolize folic acid. I cannot. And there's a genetic test you can get to find out. So I require something called 5-MTHF, 5-methyl tetrahydroxyfolate. That sounds synthetic, but it's the natural form of folic acid in your body. Regular folic acid, that's the one that isn't the natural form that your body has to convert. So 5-MTHF is what you find in this formula, and it might be the first time if you get this that, not might be, in all likelihood, it's the first time your body, if you have the same metabolic issues I have, that it's the first time you've ever seen 5-MTHF in a supplement. It certainly isn't present in any of the leading multivitamins on the market at all. Same with lutein, lycopene, and zeaxanthin. The three of them aren't all present.
But Andrew, you understand that for somebody like me, when you list the ingredients, it's not instantly, to my knowledge, that I understand there are different forms and that this other brand might not be selecting the best type of form of that ingredient. That's something that I find hard to comprehend.
Well, it's kind of economics that, say, methylcobalamin, as much as it's the natural form, there's always an industrial form. It's like vitamin E. Our vitamin E is natural D-alpha tocopherol. Okay. It's the natural form of vitamin E. There's an industrial form that's DL-alpha tocopherol. That's a racemic mixture of the two stereoisomers. That probably sounded like Chinese. What it is in nature, molecules can be left and right-handed, because things in nature obviously exist in 3 dimensions. What happens if you try to put a right-handed glove on your left hand? Even though your hands are identical, you can't interchange the gloves. The same thing, because molecules are right and left-handed. If they have to fit together, they have to be appropriately. So the right-handed molecule has to be working in the right-handed sort of glove environment. So unfortunately, the typical vitamin E found in all the leading multivitamins is a synthetic vitamin E that more than half of it, or at least half of it, is in inactive form. So it's as simple as that. I could go down the list. We've covered B12, vitamin C. The typical form of vitamin C is ascorbic acid. Why do so many people have trouble with upset stomach when they take their vitamin? Aside from being a big tablet that disintegrates slowly, ascorbic acid is an acid. The last thing most of us need to add to our digestive system, many of us suffer from GERD, gastric esophageal reflux disease. The last thing we need is to assault our body with acid. That's why we go to pains to make sure that the nutrient forms we use, including the minerals, are naturally buffering. So they'll be soothing to your stomach. It won't be upsetting to your stomach. These are all things that a vitamin manufacturer could contemplate, but they generally don't. They're big companies. My company, I started it. There isn't a formula that I am not intimately involved with from start to finish its creation, and passing on every single ingredient, deciding on every single ingredient that's present in that formula, and to the point that I even write the label content that's on that formula. So I'm directly connected to everything as I was today, same as I was 41 years ago when I started the company.
There are not enough words, and as you can probably tell, I'd be happy to stand here for 10 hours today talking about this product. I hope you get yours. I know Andrew made mention that we are 3 or 4 times ahead of where we expected to be at this point. So we're approaching 14,000 sold. I want you to feel great that you got yours, and then we can sit and relax all day long and watch all this fabulous information. Just a reminder, pricing, savings, significant. It would be one thing to make all of these observations of the quality and compare it to the low potency artificial colors of other brands, but then to say, and this product is so much more expensive, but it's not. it's perhaps the same or perhaps less than what you're currently spending now, and it's better, not just a little bit, but truly much better. I'm going to just focus here because clearly it is what everybody's doing. 400 capsules is normally $170 for the world's finest multivitamin. Today it's $79.90, the lowest price, best value ever. Saves you $90, so you're saving more than you're spending. It is on 4 FlexPay. Now, we only have about 13 or 14 minutes left, and then we're gonna get to our other today's specials, cinnamon and cranberry. You can order those at the same time if you'd so desire. The item number's at the bottom of the screen for that. But if it's for you or somebody you love in your family who you know they need to take a multivitamin, get this for them as well. You know, we're obviously very cognizant of the fact that at this moment in time, health and wellness is on our minds. So getting something like this is a wonderful thing that makes you, Andrew, whenever I take my Essential One, I feel better, if that makes any sense, psychologically.
Well, I think it's whenever we do good things that are good for ourselves. I think that even more important than taking Essential One, hopefully it's sort of, we think about how making good decisions begets other good decisions.
Indeed.
Making bad decisions begets other bad decisions. This is a plain good decision. And when the more you learn about the product, the more you understand all the effort we go to make it unique, to make it pure, to choose the right forms of nutrients, to make it more comprehensive, to give you the levels you want. It hopefully instills a sense of confidence so you feel even better about this decision you're making. And then perhaps you make even better decisions in terms of diet or activity or things like that. I was just going to read some reviews. I didn't read any reviews.
Yes.
And so I just grabbed some reviews quickly. Hopefully I grabbed some good ones. They're all great.
There's 3,500 to choose from.
3,500 reviews, and I think basically 3,000 of them are 5-star reviews. So it's a product that's rated 4.7 stars. Over 95% of the reviews are positive reviews.
Amazing.
So incredibly positively reviewed, but we'll start here. A lot in a little capsule, that sums it up. I'm really happy with this vitamin. I do a lot of research on health and diet and have, in the past, ended up with up to 25 supplements a day. I just don't do it. Too many pills and too much effort. With this, just about everything is in there, and it is super gentle. I still take it with food, but have not felt that pit in my stomach that comes with so many other vitamins. Thank you for this great product. I love how they are ever improving and giving me the best of the best. Today, it's better than ever. Love it. Love several Andrew Lessman vitamins. I've tried several of Andrew's vitamins and love them all. I depend on honest reviews when making a purchase, and I wanted to leave one for this brand of vitamins. Everything I have tried has worked for the reasons I made the purchase. I've been buying this brand for years, and my husband and 20-year-old child love Andrew Lessman brand as well for its quality and affordability. But to be clear, the vitamins are exceptional.
Great.
The best. I wish Andrew Lessman would have the comparison of Essential One to all the other vitamins on the market permanently on the HSN site for this item.
I agree with that.
We just reviewed that. We should. This is full of everything you need. No one can touch the levels of all the various vitamins he packs into this wonderful, easy to swallow vitamin. My vitamins are huge and don't even melt in a warm glass of water. That means that they may not be breaking down in your body. As you often hear in reviews of his products, I will never be without this product. From Cynthia in Alabama. Best multivitamin on the market. My entire family takes this multivitamin. That is 5 of us. I've tried dozens of different brands of multivitamins, and this one tops them all. Most vitamins are hard tablets that don't dissolve that well and are hard to swallow. Capsules are much better, and the quality of Andrew's vitamins is the best. Best multivitamins on the planet. I love Essential One with D3. Many multivitamins upset my stomach or are horse pills, which I cannot swallow. These are the perfect size and have an incredibly high level of potency per pill. I love listening to Andrew as he is so knowledgeable on vitamins and nutrition. That's very nice.
Yeah.
I say this as a chemist that works for the largest vitamin manufacturer in the world.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, then that's a nice compliment. Thank you. Who supply manufacturers like Andrew. So I would know. Nothing in this world that beats him. Personally, I will never be without Andrew's products. I've been taking his supplements for 2 decades when he first appeared on QVC.
Wow.
There is nothing better than ProCaps Labs, absolutely nothing. I know about supplements. At one time in my life, I was asked to sell another brand and give feedback. I went off Andrew's for a short while, big mistake. Back I went, and I will never even try another brand of supplement. best multivitamin I've found. My whole family takes Essential One, and we love it. It doesn't upset the stomach. It's easy to swallow, and we love that it's one capsule. I feel like all of Andrew's products are awesome, and I have a lot of them. I love when he's on air because I learned so much about all the supplements and what they do for the body. Thanks, Andrew, from Sky Lee in California. Now living happier and healthier. I have always struggled taking vitamins because of the nausea factor. Since trying Essential One, I have never looked back. It doesn't matter what time of day, with or without food, they do not bother me. And just recently, I convinced my husband to try them, and he is now using them too. We never miss a day. I have more energy and feel better than I have in a very long time. We both also take additional supplements and in this line, and nothing bothers us. Thank you, Andrew Lessman and HSN, for helping us to be healthier and happier. I think that's enough. We have hundreds. I'll read some more tomorrow. But again, they underscore the fact that it delivers more than you would expect in a small, easy to swallow capsule. It's like a separate vitamin D, a separate B12, a separate C, a separate E, a separate B complex, all in a small, easy to swallow capsule that's not just designed to be gentle, but designed to be gentle even to the most sensitive stomach. It's actually designed to be soothing to the stomach. So you'll fall in love with it. And if it's this time of year that we're all focusing a little bit more on health that gets you to embrace this, then it will be a wonderful thing for you in the long term, because a multivitamin is the standard recommendation that we read from medical experts and physicians. It's where it all starts. It's what defines a healthy diet: vitamins, minerals, carotenoids, those healthy nutrients that are unfortunately lacking from the American diet. This is a simple, healthy way to ensure you get them, and we need them.
And it's pennies a day, pennies a day. Well, time's up. We have about 5 or 6 minutes left before we're moving on to cranberry and cinnamon, which are our other two today's specials. Folks, if you would like to order, here's just a quick breakdown of some of the key components to Andrew's Multivitamin Essential One. Vitamin B12 typically would be $77. The D3 would be $72. The calcium, $42. The vitamin C, $28. The magnesium, another $26. You're looking at $247 and change, kind of if purchased separately. It's all in this one easy to swallow capsule for $79.90. You take one capsule a day and you're getting the things that your body needs, certainly in a better form as we've compared. We've talked about Centrum. We've talked about one a day. We've talked about Nature's Made. We've talked about, my wife got mad at me the other day because I nearly did it. I didn't, but I nearly did. We were in one of the big pharmacies and there was a lady in the vitamin aisle and she reached down to grab one of those brands. I nearly tapped her on the shoulder and said something, but I didn't. I behaved myself. The thing is, when you discovered that, Andrew, I nearly did. I was so close. I was like, have you heard about Andrew Lessman? But I didn't want to embarrass Chelsea that way.
No, you don't want to do that.
I'm like your #1 ambassador, you know that.
I know. But I think what happens, because so many of us have been, the reviews, part of the reason the reviews are so passionate is because if there's one thing that most of us who have been disappointed, and it was me, that's why I started a vitamin company.
Right.
I didn't start a vitamin company because I wanted to be doing what I'm doing today. Thank God I did. Truly, thank God I did. But I started it because I was so unsatisfied with the products that were out there, and I knew I needed their benefits. So I decided to approach it in a different way. And 41 years later, what's astounding is it still is a different way. And it's not some strange different way. It's a common sense different way, better way. 100% pure, so you're not burdening your body with more stress and issues dealing with artificial colors and additives and binders and fillers. It just gives the levels, not typical multivitamin basically just blesses you with each ingredient. It gives you token amounts of each ingredient. We give the levels that respect your need and you respect your desire for those ingredients. You want vitamin D or vitamin C or B12 or B complex because of the important role it plays in your body. So we give you that important level so it could play that role. And that's unfortunately unique in the world of multivitamins. If you look at the majority, not majority, probably 90+% of the multivitamins people are getting in their supermarket, pharmacy, discount store.
Well, this is the opportunity you've been looking for, certainly the one day of the year where the discount is the most. The biggest value of the year is right now. while supplies last. Again, if you want to go online at hsn.com, that's the quickest way in for sure. Everything has the free shipping and the flex pay.
And we're very busy, and again, I want to assure everyone, unlike the need to get things quickly that we're encountering in supermarkets, and Lord knows, toilet paper's running
very low.
Running low.
Very
It's
low.
fascinating. I'm not sure why, but that I'm making sure, I promise you, that we will make sure that we have enough. So that's what we'll be doing. So don't worry, even though we're so way ahead of ourselves, I'll make sure that we do whatever we need to do. If we have to be busy making it next week, we will get it to you. So we'll do whatever we need to do.
I think we've covered so much ground tonight. We've talked a lot about health, wellness, about other perhaps brands that maybe we've looked at in the past, which are lower potencies, right? We talked about artificial colors. Why would you have an artificial color on a health product? It doesn't make any sense, Andrew.
And just simply, what's fascinating about a multivitamin, multimineral, as a manufacturer, the ingredients that are put in their products, in those tablets, those big tablets, all arrive to their factories as a powder. And then they have to coat those granules with sticky things like waxes and glues, and then they have to compress it under thousands of pounds per square inch of pressure to create those big tablets, and they use artificial colors to make them pretty colors. So it's sort of contradictory. And then, of course, you need to digest those tablets, and a good portion of those tablets, being aside from binders and things, you have to digest it in time, or it'll bypass the site in the small intestine where absorption takes place.
Right.
And anybody who's ever looked at x-rays, you'll see certainly calcium tablets and things, but a principal ingredient in any multivitamin, multimineral, are minerals. And when you compress minerals into a tablet, you create a rock. And rocks aren't highly digestible, highly absorbable, so it's not in our common sense best interests, and that's why those products are so unpleasant for your stomach. So what we not only assure you, promise you with this product is not only do you get the nutrients you want in the form you want, and it's not going to upset your stomach, it will be easy to swallow, but you're not going to get all those other things you don't want. You're not going to get those artificial colors. You're not going to get those other additives. I think if nothing else, and again, I say we try to find silver linings that perhaps we're now going to be a little bit more conscientious about our behaviors, conscientious about our health and what we eat and what we do. And hopefully that's something we carry forward with us in the future. And it's something certainly that when I go about making our products, I try to respect the fact that someone's going to be putting this in their body. Right. And why would I want you, typical tablet is half additives at least.
Right.
So if you take a tablet that's more than a gram every day, every year you eat a half a pound of additives with those tablets. Every year if you take it every day. That's just, I think, an insult to you and an assault on your body. So that's why we make our products pure, so you get the things you need, that your body needs, and you don't get anything you don't want.
I think there's a large percentage of people watching tonight as well, and maybe this is you, who have tried a multivitamin in the past and you just couldn't do it. It laid heavy on your stomach. It caused more hassle than it was worth. It was hard to swallow. Please understand, that won't happen with this. Those that you were taking were rock hard tablets. This is a capsule, a fine powder.
And I was just going to do one thing
Please.
quickly here. It's kind of a summary chart, that just so everybody could see it, because we're going to run along in a second.
Yeah.
But just so you understand, it's just one capsule. So those, despite it being 2,000 IU of vitamin D and 250 micrograms of B12 and all the different nutrients, it's just one small capsule daily. It's not 30 cents a day. It's less than 20 cents a day in the small size, in the large size. Small, easy to swallow capsules. Each capsule contains an ultrafine powder. It will never upset your stomach, even if you have a sensitive stomach. It dissolves rapidly, comfortably. No large, hard to swallow and hard to digest rock hard tablets. It's non-acidic, pH neutral. It's gentle even to the most sensitive stomach. It actually exerts a soothing influence. It has higher potencies of all key nutrients than all the leading one-pill daily brands.
Yeah.
It is the only leading brand with zeaxanthin, with natural vitamin E. Actually, virtually all the leading brands don't contain lutein and lycopene as well, with coenzyme methyl B12, with methylfolate 5-MTHF, because many people who, like me, can't process ordinary folate. No artificial colors or preservatives, no coatings, binders, fillers, or sugars. Sugars have no business being in a vitamin. No chemical additives of any kind. So it's, and again, as I said before, vitamins, minerals, and carotenoids are the nutrients that define healthy foods and a healthy diet. It's especially now. I mean, I think it's tough for us right now to ensure we're going to get all the nutrients we want, because it's a little bit difficult to get all the produce we want. Even for us as a vitamin manufacturer, we had to pay unbelievably careful attention. The folks at my company did a great job. Stephen in purchasing did a wonderful job, that we had to stay ahead of this. Otherwise, there would have been no Today Special.
Right.
Because the supply chain is being upset in our industry, the supply chain is being upset in the grocery store industry. Yeah. So this is an opportunity to make sure you're getting the critical nutrients you need.
And there it is, folks. Thank you for all of your orders and your calls. Essential One, a reminder, 50 through 400 capsules. Most people are doing the 400. It saves you more than you're spending, $79.90. We're going to head over this way because the night is still young and we have two more today's specials, cinnamon and cranberry, available for the first time in larger sizes. 720 capsule is available, delivering the best value, quite frankly, ever on this. Right out of the gate, I want to say, most people are going to buy both of these, and we are offering a bonus buy. If you buy the 360 or 720 caps of either one, you're going to get $10 or $20 off your next purchase of either one. So choose 360 or 720 in one of each, and you'll save $10 or $20. We don't have a lot of time, but we're certainly going to get to it. There's a lot of things to talk about with cranberry and certainly cinnamon. This is that high potency blend, which is supporting, quite honestly, healthy blood sugar in a wonderful way. Not only balanced, but also glucose metabolism, free shipping and handling, all the pricing there. I'll quickly take you through so you can see it. 60 is normally 22 and change. We're at $15.90. Again, 180, 360. This size we've never had before. It saves you nearly as much as you're spending tonight. Remember, because many of us buy lots of Andrews vitamins, we have flex pays on all of the sizes virtually, so take advantage of that. Andrew, let's start with cinnamon, already 6,000 spoken for.
Well, cinnamon it's a well-known spice. The way we go about making this product is quite different than the way you go about making a spice. If I were going to make a cinnamon spice, and that's an interesting thing, that maybe perhaps one day we will, because unfortunately, our cinnamon, it smells and tastes just like cinnamon, but it won't taste quite as good as the greatest cinnamon, because our cinnamon, we don't focus on flavor.
Right.
We're focusing on its properties that help support blood sugar metabolism and insulin metabolism. So it's a little bit different focus. So wouldn't it be great if we could find a way to blend cinnamon in terms of a delicious spice with some of the standardized extract cinnamon here. So when you use cinnamon, because cinnamon, when you use it as a spice, doesn't deliver the same benefits as this. But it would be fun if we could find a way to combine this with that. So when you even use cinnamon as a spice, you get the benefits that you get with the cinnamon bark extract. Because it's the type A polymers. We have a chart here. Cinnamon bark blend, we standardize it for flavone. The type A polymers are part of the group of flavones. So we use 3 different standardized extracts of cinnamons just because we observed when we analyzed these materials that they had different characteristics. So the 3 different standardized extracts, and obviously we did a good job assembling these natural cinnamon bark extracts, because you could simply look at the reviews.
Right.
And even for me, I have good blood sugar balance and insulin metabolism, but when I look at my numbers, my fasting blood sugar level, my A1C, using this product has improved it even more. And certainly I say this about blood pressure, I say this about blood sugar. We don't want to go through our lives, I say this about our vitamin D levels, we don't want to go through our lives with our blood sugar level, with our insulin and blood sugar metabolism not being adequately controlled. So we really want to pay careful attention to our doctor's guidance when it comes to our blood sugar balance, when it comes to also when it comes to our blood pressure, of course, as well. It's not a good idea to just throw caution to the wind and say, I feel okay, I'm not going to take my medicine. You really need to follow the guidance there, because it's one of those things that are often referred to as the silent killer, that you really want to follow your doctor's guidance in that regard and make sure that you do whatever your doctor instructs you to do to manage your blood sugar and to manage your blood pressure. And when we talk about cinnamon bark extract, it's just a wonderful natural tool that we could add to whatever other things you might be doing in terms of diet, in terms of following a doctor's guidance, in terms of medications. You could be taking medications for blood sugar control and insulin metabolism, and this is a perfect natural partner that wouldn't conflict with them. You could show it to your doctor.
Well, we are extremely excited to see so many people ordering tonight. You know, whenever I do the cinnamon product with Andrew, it's always well received. Quite honestly, it's on fire this evening because the pricing is so significant. If you want to take advantage of it.
Never done. Typically, we'll do a $240, at most a $360. And now we have a $720. This is the first time ever, and we won't do this again until we have a Today Special. But to think that this cinnamon bark extract product is a little bit more than a dime a capsule. And by the way, if you combine this and get a $720 of the cranberry, which we'll talk about in a little while, you'll get $10 off the cranberry and $10 off the cinnamon, or depending on how you look at it, you get, say you get $20 off one. But that would lower that price from $99 down to $89, which would make it barely over a dime a capsule. So to think that you, or the same with the cranberry, a little over a dime a capsule. And this is not something that you need to take a handful of capsules.
Right.
Most people take, myself included, 1 capsule per day. That's it. Some folks take 1 with each meal, but really 1 capsule per day is all you need to enjoy the benefits of this product.
And just to reiterate, if you're buying the 360 or the 720 count, on the cranberry and the cinnamon, you're gonna save more money with our bonus buy. We say because most people will wanna get, you know, obviously the essential one tonight, but get the cranberry and cinnamon together and you'll save the most amount of money. So with that in mind, Andrew, this is, as I wrote down from what we always say, a first line of defense, a natural tool that you can help to support the body.
And as I say about so many different things, the things we take for granted in our youth often abandon us as we get older. And for each one of us, it's different things. And I always say my goal in aging is that I cling to as many of the things that are characteristic of our being more youthful for as long as I can. And when it comes to cinnamon bark extract, it's just a natural tool that's something as we get older, if we stay closer to our ideal weight, if we stay more active, in general, our blood sugar balance remains better. For some of us, we could be running marathons. We could be as perfectly thin as we could ever want to be or choose to be, and we still will have issues. It's just might be something genetic. So again, whatever your genetics might be, this is just a natural tool that helps support a very important part of our metabolism, that the degree to which we can control and manage that part of our metabolism is very important to our long-term health.
If you'd like to order yours, if you go to hsn.com, you'll be able to see it right there on the front page. It's your fastest way in for sure. And again, we apologize. If you're on hold, we will get with you momentarily.
And again, we have plenty of stock. There's no urgency. There might be urgency at your grocery store, no urgency here. You don't have to get anything. As I often say, what I try to do is I try to make the most important part that I try to provide valuable information. So hopefully the product, it takes a back seat to that. And that's and even what I'm trying to do now is hopefully encourage all of us at this time to stay calm. Being anything other than calm, when cooler heads prevail, we all make better decisions and we'll all do better. We'll have a healthier immune system to the extent we can all remain calm. And so that's hopefully my goal this weekend. Isn't to see you get a lot of vitamins, but if it's maybe a little break from the news cycle and we could think about ourselves and think about our well-being and just realize, just take a deep breath, and however long it takes you to breathe it in, take a little bit more time breathing it out. And just that tends to be inherently relaxing.
Well, talking of a great thing to do, cranberry, that's how we're gonna end our evening. Thrilled that this is a Today Special, lowest price of the entire year. For so many years, a traditional ingredient now validated through science, Andrew, brilliant.
I always say, we can now say this about turmeric and a few other products, but I always say that if you know, it really is the poster child for an ingredient that was a traditionally respected ingredient that then went on to graduate to be respected by science.
Yep.
And whether it's turmeric, whether it's cinnamon, whether it's cranberry. And I mentioned this the other day to someone and they were surprised that a lot of the medications that we respect all have their roots, their chemistry in nature.
Right.
So nature is an important blueprint for so many of us. And nothing that I make here is a drug or a medicine, but it just underscores the fact that Mother Nature provides us all sorts of tools if we pay attention. And of course, when it comes to, as I talked about earlier, when it comes to our immune system, hydrate, 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 because our mucous membranes require and rely on the moisture we provide for them to remain moist and do the work they're going to do on our behalf. When it comes to a healthy urinary tract, bladder, kidneys, hydration, critically important. And cranberry is just a wonderful natural tool that enhances that environment and creates that healthy environment. So the reviews on this product, it's funny, I was going to read some of the reviews on cinnamon. I did not, because the reviews on cinnamon, both of these products have over 95% positive reviews. I think they're 4.7 or 4.8 star products. So they're virtually a perfectly reviewed product. So we all have a bladder, kidneys, urinary tract. And when we think of the work that bladder must do over your entire lifetime, that bladder is a vessel that just, when you think about how it works, whether a man or a woman, we each have our own unique challenges to our bladder. But when you think about how that works, that all of everything that we void over the course of our lifetime is stored and held in that bladder. To think that we don't contemplate much of what it might need to support itself is a little bit unfair. And cranberry is the simple ingredient that creates a more friendly, a more hospitable environment in our bladder, and that's something we all benefit from.
And those of us that drink cranberry juice because it tastes great, we do that knowing that it's the sugar that's making it taste great.
Oh, because cranberry, if you ever taste, I remember when I was a little kid, and we were driving up in New England and Maine, and the cranberries looked so delicious and yummy. And I bit into one of those, and it was
a surprise.
They are as bitter as one could ever imagine. They look like a yummy fruit, but they are anything but. And that's why, but when you add a whole bunch of sugar, gosh, cranberries, either the berries themselves, if you infuse a bunch of sugar, or cranberry juice, it just becomes rich in sugar. But then sugar is not the friend of our immune system. Sugar is not the friend of our kidneys, urinary tract, and bladder. So these are not things that ends up furthering the goal we seek by drinking the cranberry in the first place. So what we've done is we've simply taken that cranberry fruit, we've removed what we don't want, and we deliver what you want to deliver the benefits to your bladder and urinary tract.
It's not been a Today Special for 2 years. So for many of us in 2019, when we wanted to stock up on cranberry, it wasn't available as a Today Special. It is today. So pricing,
and again,
the best.
The typical large size on cranberry is 360 capsules. Might even be 240, the large size.
I believe so.
But today, for just today, 720 capsules supply. And don't worry, again, you don't have to rush in. We'll make sure we have plenty available throughout the day tomorrow. So if there's going to be one point of relaxation that's going on in this stressful world now, you could sit back, relax. You could always call in after the show. Don't worry, it's not going to sell out. It's still going to be here. And our cranberry at 720 capsules, again, a little more than a dime a capsule, and if you get it with the same size, if you get the 360 and 360 of cinnamon and cranberry, you save another $10, $5 off each. If you get the 720, you save another $10 on each, a full $20 off. So it barely makes them over a dime a capsule. And again, these are not products that you're taking multiple capsules a day. Most of the reviews on these products, I'd say 90% of them are folks taking 1 capsule a day. So it truly is. It's downright cheap, and we don't, again, a frequent question I'm asked, if when you do a Today Special and it's so affordable, is it a different product? Did you cut corners? No, this is the same product we always make, and we're not clearing out inventory. Another question, these are all products that were made within the last probably 2 or 3 weeks at most, so they're all fresh as produce at your grocery store.
Pure, natural, beneficial. Tonight's all been about you. It's been about us. It's been about giving us what we need to live as healthy a life as possible with diet and exercise and great sleep with Essential One, cranberry and cinnamon.
And really the key to good health, it all starts with how we process the world. A healthy immune system is a healthy perspective. So good sleep, make sure you're adequately hydrated, eating as healthy as you can. Those are the things we need to do, and follow the guidance that we're all receiving. It's just going to be a short while, and before you know it, this too shall pass.
Mr. Andrew Lessman, thank you so much. Sure. We'll see Andrew throughout the day with our Today Specials. Stay with us. The night is just beginning here on HSN. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search Gemstone to see our Gemstone Enhancement Chart.
My singular goal is to improve the quality of people's lives. Everything we do is intended to be unlike any other company of our kind. We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.